Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm about 10 days post-op and my surgery went well. Everything went as planned. Everything went great. The only hiccup I had out of the whole thing was my trapezius muscle on the right side started to spasm and caused me a huge amount of pain in my neck, and it went up to the side of my head. So yesterday I had to go to the urgent care to get a muscle relaxer, and that helped tremendously. So for us very active people, when you sit around for 4 days, then things start to seize up. And it was excruciatingly painful, but I'm definitely on the mend now. The muscle relaxers helped a lot. So now we can get back to making videos. I really wanted to make this because my garlic scapes are coming up, and I really didn't want to clip them until I could make a video on it. So now that I'm feeling much better today, we are gonna hop into that. So if you see here, these are the scapes. So these would eventually grow up to be a flower. Now we want to prevent that from happening because all the energy from this plant will force itself up to make this flower, and then your garlic bulb will not be as big, and it won't be as flavorful. So I'm going to go through and clip all these scapes off. And here you have it. Here's all the scapes. You can eat these too. They smell amazing. I can smell the garlic. It's not quite as potent as an actual clove of garlic, so look pretty good. I'm gonna eat these. Definitely got to get some more weeding done now that I'm back on the mend here. I've been trying to putz around and get some weeding done. These are the onions. Once they start bulbing, I'm gonna start brushing some of the soil away from the bulb once they get a little bigger here, so that way they have a chance to make a big, huge bulb on the top. I've been super successful doing this method, so I know it works well. Like over here, this guy, I'm gonna start, but just to be not too much while they're still little, because I still want them to stay nice and upright. So I'll just start slowly taking some of this dirt away, and this bulb here on the bottom will grow big, big, big and wide. My seed pods are coming along well. I have a really good feeling that this is going to be successful this year, so I'm super excited. This is a yellow onion, which I use most of anyways, and there's 3 seed pods on this plant, 1 on this one. We got 3 coming on the reds, and there's 1 so far on the white, which is okay because the white onions don't store as long. So, and we'll walk around and take a peek quick. And here we are walking into the entrance of the garden. Look at the potatoes. They are going crazy. And I wanted to show you too. I probably won't be able to find one. Kind of hoping I don't. But I started seeing some of those potato beetles. And honestly, the best way to just keep on top of it and get rid of them is to hand pick them. I have a little Tupperware container with soapy water, and I just pluck them off the plant and throw them in the soapy water so they can die. But I feel like if I can stay on top of it early on in the season, maybe, oh, there's one right there, and those suckers fly too. See, it's got stripes on it. Oh, it just flew away. So I will find that, and I will put that sucker in the soapy water. But they look really good. I feel like usually by this time my potatoes are usually decimated by these stupid beetles. So I think I've been doing okay picking them off. But they're flowering, they look great. I'm really happy with them. All my brassicas are doing really well. The broccoli, or the cauliflower, that would be Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts will be here till around here, probably till December or so. Broccoli's doing well. Everything's doing really well. We had a good rainfall last night. And then it rained a couple days ago, so I really haven't watered lately, which is great. I like the rain to do it. The flowers are coming up. They really, what a difference with when it rains. I put a little string around the bottom of the sugar snap peas so they could really stay close to that trellis. I gotta do it again actually because they grew up to the next rung here, but they're doing really well. I should start to see peas here soon. And look at this. I haven't made a video in 2 weeks, so this is what 2 weeks looks like of growth here. It's been wonderful. Nice warm days. The carrots are doing awesome. I've kept these very weeded, or I've kept the weeds down on here. I've been weeding a lot in the carrots, and boy, what a difference it makes when you keep things weeded, huh? They look amazing. I'm not necessarily going to thin a ton of these out because they are pretty spread apart down there, so relatively speaking, they're okay. I've had some closer together and they've been all right. My zucchini, my yellow zucchini, and the acorn squash, all the acorn squash popped up. I gotta go through and pick one plant. I tend to feel bad about getting rid of little baby plants. And the peppers are doing good. So some of the bigger peppers, I did get a pack from the one of the greenhouses, and they are starting to flower. So I did bring my snippers because I am just gonna snip off the top of these. I'm gonna top them, but I'm only gonna do this once because I want to make sure that I have such a short growing season that I wanna make sure that I get enough. So I'm just gonna go right to the very top, and I'm going to snip it. I'm just gonna do it with this row, I think, for now, because some of these plants are still kind of little. So right about here, take the top of you off. Take the top of you off. Sorry, buddy. Let you grow big old bush. Get me some nice peppers. And this one. There. Just top those off because, yeah, they were really starting to flower, so I wanted to take care of that. And the celery's doing good. The tomatillo, I mean, almost a tree now. This thing's awesome. And it's starting to flower under there. So I'm excited to see what those taste like. The cucumbers are doing really well. Climbing up this trellis, I gotta start making sure they're upright. Green beans are doing awesome. Boy, this rain is just heavenly, isn't it? Rain and then sunshine. So this worked out really good. I'm glad I did these in these short rows so I can get in between if I need to, but they're still not too far from my reach. So those are the tender green. And these are the Bush Blue Lake 274s. I can't believe the difference. It's kind of crazy. And then over here, all my Roma tomatoes. I'm gonna start, now they're getting quite big now. I'll start taking the bottom leaves off. Now these ones are a determinate plant. So I'm not gonna do a ton of pruning. I'm just gonna make sure stuff is not touching the ground on these. And then I tend to just let these determinate plants just do their thing. So they have suckers on them. I really don't care. I did cut off a few of the blossoms last week on a couple of plants because I feel like the plants are just a little too small right now. But again, they're determinate plants, so I don't want to do too much because they have a specific amount of fruit they're going to set. So then on this side are my indeterminates, like Giant Belgium, the other one. Where's my tags? Anyway, these are indeterminate, so I will tend to clip these up, get them a little stringier. Beefsteak, that's it. And the little flowers that I planted are starting to flower. I like it. Bring some pollinators. And I did put those potatoes in. Did I say that in the last video? I don't know. I honestly, I feel like the past 10 days have been an absolute whirlwind. But I'm really happy to be able to get out into the garden again. I mean, I have been able to get out here, get some weeding done. It has helped my neck tremendously to be up moving around, which the doctor said that was good too, so I can't sit around anyways. So I threw in the last of my potatoes and they popped right up with a couple of good rainstorms. The loofahs are slow go. I don't know how they're gonna make out this year. But I put some flowers in, those are good. The kohlrabi actually came through for me. A few plants didn't make it, but once I put them in here and they had some time and some good watering, the past couple rainstorms, they've just taken right off. So I'm really happy. I mean, I will harvest them. I don't know if you saw in some of my videos last year, I had some good baseball size kohlrabi, and they're pretty good. I would like to store some. I don't know if I'm gonna freeze it. I don't have a lot of freezer space right now. Anyway, so here's the cabbages. The cabbages are doing great. Very, very good. They have been awesome here. This was my little baby volunteer plant that I didn't know if it was gonna make it, and it's doing quite well. So I have a white cabbage and a red cabbage. So they're doing awesome. And then these beds turned out pretty good. They're flowers. They're just kind of getting established and taken off here. I did put a few annuals in here, and there's a few perennials. So I'm really excited. All my stuff's growing on the outside. Well, here's the other bed. Look at that nasturtium. Going crazy. My grapevines are doing good. So everything on the outside here, the deer. There's some deer around here that decided they wanted to nibble on my columbine. Oh well, such is life. And the chickens. What is the matter with them? So everything's looking really good. I'm super excited. I feel better. I'm thankful that I feel better, and we'll go check out the chickens before we go. You want to say hello? What you barking at? Just say hello. Hello. Looking at the bumblebee, aren't you? So we got some more hay. We're starting the next bit of compost. That was part of the reasons why I wanted chickens, so they can help me make compost. And I put hay down before winter last year, and man, they made light work of it, huh? And then it all settled into great compost, didn't it? Yeah. There's your pretty girl. You're having fun in here, aren't you? So there you have it. Everybody's doing good. The weather is nice. We're starting to feel better. Can't ask for anything more, right? All right, so from my coop to yours, thank you for growing with me so I can grow with you.